Shane Schaefer's our guest. Shane Schaefer, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Chairman and CEO of Cingulate, Cing, the ADHD drug company. But he knows I was on a Zoom call with him the other day, right after my. So Shane, as you can see here, I'm wearing the hunting cap. I'm going to send you one of these Sullivan caps. Oh, by the way, hold on a second.
Oh,
from Sun
my
Opta,
God.
Funyun flavored almond milk.
No
Let's
way.
crack this open and take a sniff.
No, right
Okay,
now?
okay.
Yep, it smells like, it's exactly like Funyuns.
That's amazing.
Shane, I got some stuff for you. This is for the dissolvable. Shane, this is for the dissolvable Cingulate. Yeah, put a little behind yours. So anyway, so Shane, I was on a Zoom call with Shane and his team the other day, and I had the. I looked like I just got out of my my open heart surgery case because I had the blue. But Shane, this is a public service announcement. I will tell you off topic. So Shane sent me this mug that we're going to have made for Big Biz Show called an Ember mug. Ooh. And what it is basically you set it on a thing and you pour your coffee in, it stays hot. No. Shane says this morning, he goes, what temperature do you have it? I go, what do you mean? I said, just keep it. He goes, don't you have the app? There is an app that goes with this. I raised my coffee temperature while I was on the phone this morning. You are a genius, man. I love you, my parents.
Way.
Coolest mug.
That's fantastic. Hey, I want to talk today. You know, I know.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get you some more.
Great to see. Well, we're gonna
give you warm Funyun milk.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
By the way, on the hand signals, I'm glad you didn't use the one I'm used to.
Yeah, I
saying.
know. Me too. I know. Or this one here. Real quickly, I want to talk about the Bizumentary that's about to go on Biz TV. That is surrounding Shane's company and ADHD and the treatment of ADHD through Cingulate and their precision time release drug and the fact that there's a phase 3 pediatric study that came out of CTX 1301. But I want to say real quickly, we're heading out to shoot patients' stories that are having unbelievable results. And I guess Shane, you can talk about this. We're heading out to Houston in a couple weeks. Who are we interviewing exactly, and what's the outcome of what these folks have experienced?
Yeah, so I mean, basically, what we're going to do is look at really the wide spectrum of ADHD. We'll talk about sort of how the process developed in terms of their recognition of it when they sought, assistance from a teacher or a coworker or a nurse or whomever, how they got diagnosed, and we're going to take a look at children, adolescents, and adults, and also the differences in men versus women. So, Dr. Brahms, our chief medical officer, has some patients that are kind enough to share their experiences. I think it'll be interesting for people to see, what ADHD means to them as an individual. In a lot of people, it's a gift. But when it's really severe or unmanaged appropriately, it can really be impactful on their lives in a lot of different ways.
Shane, are we
interviewing
interviewing patients?
about what's missing in their treatment.
Are we interviewing patients that have tried the therapy or are about to try the therapy? Or
Great question. So no, none of them will have tried our therapy because we're submitting our NDA in the July-August timeframe, so they have not tried our therapy. So it'll be interesting to hear what they say is working for them, what's not working, and we know based upon research kind of what isn't working, but it'll be fun to watch.
Well, what's going to be great is once this is done, let's say next year you get the thumbs up and interviewing you guys again after the therapy and replaying that interview.
Shane Schaefer, CEO, Chairman, Cingulate, their ticker symbol CING. First off, Shane, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, just shout out for you right there.
Look at us, we're on the same page finally.
All right, finally.
I knew what happened, Costa.
Shane, literally the genesis of you and your team and your company kind of, I guess, waking up one day and thinking, people are taking all these different pills at all different times of the day. What if we just put it into one little tiny pill? I mean, who had the light bulb that went on in their head that said, I think we should do this?
I can't take all the credit because it was definitely myself, Dr. Brahms, and Dr. Silva. The three of us, it was the July 4th barbecue, frankly. And
no kidding.
They were talking and lamenting.
It always is, Shane, by the way. It always starts around a barbecue and a couple of beers. Hey, let's get a cure for ADHD.
Before you do that next keg stand, what about no? Go ahead.
But it was
a proper mixture of burgers and
yeah. Well, I remember the guys being in studio here, and you guys just happened to have the top guys in the space, all in one space at one time, right? Isn't that how it happened?
When I was launching ADHD products at Novartis, the Ritalin family and Focalin family, I just became great friends with these people. They're great individuals. And as we're chilling out at a barbecue, they're lamenting the fact that they're using all these booster doses. The drug doesn't start fast enough. It never lasts long enough. There's abuse and diversion. There's not enough dosage strength, so they can't optimize patients. I mean, I could go on and on. I'm sitting over there, and I'm like, why don't we fix the problem instead of gripe about it?
Right.
Wow. And that's how Cingulate was born. And the name Cingulate comes from an area of the brain, your prefrontal cortex. It's called the cingulate gyrus. And the anterior cingulate is right in the middle where all executive function is controlled. And that's how I named the company. So, it's been a long road, but we're at a place now where all of our clinical trials are done. 8 straight studies of incredible data that we're really excited to share with the agency. We've met with the FDA in our pre-NDA meeting. We're aligned in terms of what we need to do to file the drug on time in the July-August timeframe. And we're anywhere from 12 to 14 months from having this product in patients' hands.
That's amazing.
To finally provide a single tablet that gives you entire active day efficacy.
At the same time, 2 days ago, you're announcing your Cingulate's phase 3 pediatric study. I mean, there's been so many great news releases that have come out in the last several weeks. Real quickly, we're going to be interviewing those guys that you had a conversation with that night on this Bizumentary. You'll be able to hear from them about the genesis of what's going on.
I have a question, Shane, about the digital technology era that we're in that's rapidly changing and growing. Are you seeing a trend in the exacerbation of ADHD and the cases growing? Is there a correlation there between kids looking at their phones and constantly pinging? Is that changing the face of ADHD?
It's a really good point, Mary. So one thing that's unique about ADHD is devices actually improve your overall focus. So you're like, if we're on a device, we tend to get glued to it. So it doesn't exacerbate ADHD, but the interesting part is what it's doing, it's fulfilling that dopamine craving. So when your phone dings or vibrates, or you see that Snapchat, Instagram, or whatever, that's a dopamine rush.
Right.
So people actually go to their phones and they're more embedded to it, and that's not good. So it's not really ADHD related per se, because it's 2 people interacting, or the apps. But it's a good perspective. At the end of the day, it's a neurobiological disorder. There's too many receptors that are sucking up the neurotransmitters, and that's what these medications are designed to fix. There are some non-pharmacological interventions, and I always encourage those. They're supplemental, but at the end of the day, the medications work the best.
Hey, Shane, after talking with the team the other day about the production of this Bizumentary, Jared brought up, our Emmy Award-winning director brought up CHAD in Kansas City. What is CHAD, and why is that important?
So CHAD it's been around for a long time. It's a patient advocacy group, children, adolescents, and adults with ADHD. So that's what CHAD is. So they really sit on the side of, let's do whatever we can to help patients. How do we best educate them? How do we give them the most important materials? How do we partner with physician groups, with pharmaceutical companies, with providers of non-pharmacological therapy? They are true advocates for the patients, and they're a fantastic group. Their international meeting is actually this November, and it just so happens we're a Kansas City-based company, and the meeting's here in Kansas City.
Nice.
I wish our product was on the market by then, but nonetheless, we're going to be sponsoring and supporting their endeavors. So they're going to give a really unique perspective about truly all patient subtypes and all patient segments.
Shane Schaefer, Chairman, CEO. Cingulate is the name of the company. CING is their ticker symbol.